Okay, so palm muting goes way back to the early rock and roll days, into the 60s surf bands, pop 80s, 90s country, even into today. So with that, I want to show you a couple examples. Like I said, we go back to the early rock and roll days. Luther Perkins played for Johnny Cash. Everybody knows that when you hear that, it's a Johnny Cash song about to be sung. We go to the 60s, the surf music. So we have all this sort of things going on. Okay, now, next thing's next. Okay, we go to the 80s. Little police action there. Okay, we go to go into some 90s country. Okay, one of many examples, the list goes on and on. So what do we want to talk about when we palm mute? Obviously, it's a right-hand technique because we have to dampen the strings, okay? So, now this can vary depending on what guitar. I'm playing Fender Strat, so obviously I've got a nice solid saddle pieces here to lay the heel of my hand across. So what I do is I like to see, if you see right here where the strings are just coming over, that's kind of where I like to rest the heel of my hand. Because if you listen, I still have tone, it's just dampened. The way I tell a lot of people to remember this, if you're hearing too much, you're not doing it right. If you're not hearing enough, you're not doing it right. So as odd as that sounds, you want to find that middle ground where you're going to hear something, not too much, but where it's just not. If it's, that's nothing. But you can make out the notes, just a little dampened. That's all good. All right. So once again, heel of the hand. Now, this is primarily going to be a wrist technique because we can't, this is not a heavy strumming technique because we have to have our hand dampening the strings the whole time. So, you get it. You have that, okay? Like I said, you have that pop thing. So we're basically trying to kill a long sustain, but yet dampen the string a little bit. Enough to have some tone, but not overly where it's just a dead note, dead space, etc. Okay, so those are just a couple things. Like I said, coming from the wrist, I prefer using the heel of my hand right here over where the strings come over the bridge, the saddle pieces. That can vary based on what style of guitar you're using, so keep that in mind. Once again, you don't want to hear too much, you don't want to hear too little. A couple little simple tricks, a little simple how-to guide for palm muting. Once again, my name's Aaron C. Please feel free to like my page. Leave a comment. I'd be happy to get back to you if you're interested in any kind of lessons. I'd be happy to do a Skype lesson with you, anything like that. All right, thanks guys. Take care.